Hello everyone. In today's video, we're going to be teaching you how to animate, and I will introduce you basic concepts about animation. And first of all, I need you to know, no, I'm going to teach you what is a frame. A frame is a picture that can be played in a sequence of other frames. If you understand that, you can just think of it as like a video frame. If you pause it, that will be a frame of a video, and if you pause another one, that will be another frame. So it's basically that. Uh, I introduced you to frames because I'm going to be using that term a lot. So yeah. So the first concept is spacing. So spacing is, well, obviously, the spacing between objects in between frames. Uh, yeah. So for example, this line over here and to the next frame, this line over here goes over here. That's the movement, that's the spacing. So I'm going to make multiple lines, making sure it's moving. And let's play it. That is spacing. So if I make the spacing between the lines, ah, spacing between the frames, I mean, shorter, you can see the effect it has. Spacing applies to every single thing in animation, like mouth movements, arm movements, running, cycle, anything like that. It's basically like the most important thing in animation, if not the most important thing. As you can see, the line moves slower. Uh, it's because it's spacing. The spacing has shorter movement around them in each between each frame. And then the second concept is timing. So I'm going to be deleting this one. Timing is, uh, in simple terms, how much that ob the that object, yes, that object lasts in a frame, or like how long that frame lasts in the 24 frames. In the second, it would be better if I just explain. I don't know if it would be better if I show. So, for example, like this line will last about 2 frames, for example. And then this line will last about yet another 2 frames. Nope, oh, it's just auto-saving right now. And then the other, and then another, and then there. So the timing between these is on twos. They are on twos because it's 2 frames each thingy. As you can see, it moves perfectly fine. But if you do the same thing, but like on ones, there's like only 1 frame each, be more fluid. Wait, let me. Hmm. I'm just making the spacing between these lines to be shorter so it could match up to the one below, to the layer below. So that you can see a proper demonstration. It makes some twos. Sorry. You can see uh, it has a huge effect on the type of animation you wanted your animation to look like. If you want your animation to look fluid, you would you would I would advise you to use one frame each time, or like animate on once. And if you want something to look more uh jaggedy, I guess, or like less fluid, if that's the animation style you're going for, then you can go on twos, you can go on threes or on fours. But that's a bit too far. And animating on twos can also save much more time, since, as you saw, animating on twos was way faster than animating on ones. And yeah, you can also enter. You can also mix and match between the frames. If you want this frame over here to last a bit longer, uh, can make it last for 3 frames. For example, this one, you want it to last very short, so that will only last for 1 frame. And then this one, uh, it will last for 2 frames. 3 frames. How about this one? It will be 4 frames, and then four, 2 frames, 3 frames. You can see the effect. If you notice, there's a difference between them, and timing and spacing can be interchanged. Uh, interchanged. Yeah. Anyways, so I'm going to be showing an example. Uh, so I'm going to pause. Okay. So what I got over here is a big spacing, but the frames, the timing is on trees. So it will appear for a long time, but the spacing is like big, and can show you the effect. It will move like that. But then, if I have the same thing, the same spacing, but the timing is different, uh, it will move way faster. You can see the speed by doing this, comparing them side by side, like that. And then you can also have, okay, so what I have here is something that has little spacing and it's on trees. So as you would expect, it will be very slow. It will travel slow distance in a slow time, and a small distance, I mean. And this one over here is on once, but it's the same spacing as the previous one, the little spacing one. So it will travel that amount of distance, a small distance, on a faster amount of time. And you can see the comparison with this. to compare to the huge spacing, but with uh, but with it's on trees to be like that. Huge spacing, but it's on ones to be the fastest, and it will travel the most distance. And this is the two basic concepts that uh, I hopefully successfully introduced you to. And that's all, and goodbye.